Hi guys, back again. Just a quick video today, all about the shower wall and the roof of the shower. Now, obviously, the other day I did show you what I'd got up to and how I'd fitted me me cladding on the back wall, but obviously I've got to build another wall and clad that. Now, I found the easiest way to do it is use. You see a lot of people using one sheet of 18mm ply, but the shower door I'm going with a roll door. It's like a sliding plastic screen, so as you close the door, it's waterproof on the back, and it fits in a track on either side. It's magnetic locking, and when you open the door, there's a rubber screen down the edge, so it dispels all the water off the back. So as you open the door, put it back into its casing, it scrapes all the water off the back. They're about the same sort of price as a tambour door, but obviously with a tambour door, they're like individual little bits of plastic linked together and taped on the back. They look okay from on the outside, but obviously where water collects, you've always got the issue of mould. You've seen it in your bathrooms where you can't dry them out properly, and you get little bits of black mould starting to form. Also, when you're driving, I didn't particularly fancy the rattle. I used to have a transporter, VW Transporter T5, and of course most of the doors on that, where they build cabinets, we'll put a tambour door in, and as you're driving down the road you go over an uneven surface and it's just niggly at the back of your head. Whereas this, it's a plastic door, you slide it out. Well, I say it's plastic, it's actually a fabric door with a waterproof membrane on the other side. There's various colours of the frame. You can have black, grey. They even do a golden oak, a white oak, high gloss white. So you've got plenty of choices to have, and they come ready to fit together. You can specify your size down to the last millimetre. So obviously you just measure the hole, and when it arrives, you can either bond it in or screw it in. Anyway, with the back to the walls. With the wall, what I'm doing, sounds I've got something a little bit more considerable to bolt, to screw the actual door on. I'm using 9mm ply and boxing it in, similar to the way I've got making a frame and putting 9mm ply on the outside, similar to the other shower walls. I'll just show you now. Right, as you can see, this is the other side of the shower. I just used roofing battens for this on the inside. So I've got so I've just put this one piece up, and what I do, I don't just screw it, I bond it as well, and I use, today I'm using, where is it? I've put it outside now. I'm using Sudaflex. Sudal Fix-All. It's a polyurethane adhesive. My brother-in-law works on the does UPVC fitting, and I managed to get a few tubes off him, so saved me a little bit of money there, because it's like £7 a tube, and usually you use like 2 to 3 tubes, putting the plastic cladding on. So obviously on this side, there you go, I've fixed, as you can see just on the edge there, that's 9mm ply. Now the beauty of going to B&Q and buying your ply, you can measure all your cuts and cut them all to size. So basically all I did was measure what I needed, jotted it down on a little bit of piece of paper. That piece there is going to be the outside. That's the inside wall. As you can see, it's bonded as well. This will be clad with the Sanaclad down there, and then what I'm using as well, just excuse the mess, right, to make it sturdy, This is planed 2x1. I could have used the roofing battens. I have got a piece outside, but it's wet. I know it's tannalised and it ain't going to rot, but I didn't want to actually put any damp wood in the walls, so these will be going across there at various distances just to give it a little bit more rigidity. And then I've got a piece of planed 2x2. I could have used other materials. You're welcome to use other materials, but the reason I use the plain 2x2 is I know it's got a nice straight edge, there's no rough wood, and that's my finishing face. And also on this side, this is going to be my finishing face as well. So I want a nice piece of wood. So I'll use a length of 2x2. I've got it just down there, cut to size. That will be bonded all the way down the edge and screwed from the back to hold it in. There'll also be a couple of pocket holes in the top. I'll put 2 pocket hole screws in the top there and screw it into the roof to locate it. But that little gap there and on the top of here, there'll also be fix all, so everything will be bonded into place and nothing will be moving. And then once I've built the frame on the outside, that piece there is cut to size, so it'll literally just drop into place, bond it again on the battens and screw it from this side into the battens. That'll be the wall completed. Right, just throw that down there. Right, as you can see with the shower, you have to forgive the mess. The original position of the light was over here, so I'll cut another hole and fish the wires through. That little light there is a waterproof LED. It's also dimmable, but I'm not having it on a dimmer. It don't provide that much light, it's just enough for the shower. So as you can see, the back wall's all been cladded, and I've got to put some, I've just got to put some sealer on that top edge there. I never did that. I've done all the way down the edge there. The beauty of that polyurethane adhesive, you lick your finger and you run it down and it does a lovely smooth finish. I found with silicone it's a little bit, it's okay, but it's a little bit messy, and it doesn't stick to this plastic as well as the polyurethane adhesive. That's why when you actually fit this stuff, go out and buy the proper adhesive. Don't cheap out and buy a couple of tubes of bloody silicone from B&M or liquid nails, like the 99p tube or 1.99. Get the proper stuff. If you shop around, you'll find it. But as long as it's a non-solvent based polyurethane adhesive, you won't go far wrong. Now, as you can see on this side, I'm only using the 2x1 and just 1 sheet of 9mm ply, because obviously there's going to be no flex there, and all I'm going to do is just put a 2-inch strip of the Saniclad material, bond it to the back, bond down the edge. Now I'm actually going to have it overlapping slightly, just sticking over by about 1/8 of an inch, and I'll do the same on this side, so that when I actually attach my door, now because obviously on the frame to the door, the magnetic locking mechanism on this side, it's an aluminium piece of aluminium, and the door will close up to that, so that's going to be plenty wide enough to fix the door frame to. But obviously if I've got a little bit of cladding overhanging slightly, I've got something to push up to and bond to and make sure it's a proper waterproof seal. So I've got no gaps, and I know I'm not going to get any water going behind the frame into the wood, because that's the last thing I want. And then on this side there'll be the 2x2 and because obviously the box section where the cartridge fits for the sliding door is a little bit wider, so that'll be bonded to this. Right, I'll crack on and I'll show you what I've done a little bit later on. Right, there you go, that's my 2x2 upright with my pseudo fix on. There you go, this is the stuff I'm actually using. You can go out and buy CT1, Sikaflex. There's that much stuff on the market, but at the end of the day, on a 10cm square pad, it's tested to hold up to 320 kilos bond strength. Yeah, as you can see, you can use it for pretty much anything. Non-staining, can be paint over, waterproof and weatherproof, so it doesn't attract mould. You can use it on sanitary applications, so you can use it as a bathroom sealer, all bonding sealing, and it doesn't smell, which is the main thing, because there's nothing worse than like working in enclosed spaces, even though it ain't harmful to you. The smell of some of these silicons and glues, I mean, yeah. So this stuff, I thoroughly recommend it. I think you can get it for I think it's either £5.99 I think it's £6.99 with a VAT in Screwfix. But I say, my brother-in-law done me a favour and he sorted me a few more tubes out, because I'd actually run out when I actually come to complete this job. So there's the wall. This will be bonded onto that outer edge. It'll be clamped in place, and then I'll screw it from the other side. I'll also using on the other side galvanised screws, just to be on the safe side. Don't want them getting any moisture or anything on there and getting rust. Plus they're the only ones I've got that are short enough. Right, there you go. As you can see, that's the main upright. Just there, the 2x2. Fitted to the 9mm ply. The 9mm ply screwed in, and you can see it's seeping out. Bonded. So there's going to be now little squeaks as you're driving where the wood rubs. When I had my caravan, you was walking across the floor, and because the way it was built, I mean, it was a 2022, no, 2020 caravan, and it was everything squeaked. Build quality on it was rubbish. That's why everything is screwed and glued. Yeah, I know if I've got to take it apart, it's going to be a pain in the arse, but why would I need to take the shower wall down? The only way I'd need to take it down is if something's happened and something smashed into the side of me and I wanted to try and salvage some parts if it got wrote off. But I say, once it's in for good. The only things that I need to take out is if anything happens, is like things like the boiler, the batteries and all that sort of stuff, the fridge. That's all serviceable. Anything like that I can get at and take out. Even the shower mechanism, I can take that off. Things like this, woodwork, everything is belt and braces, screwed, glued, just to be on the safe side. So as you can see there, they're the little 2x1 battens. There'll be another layer of 9mm ply over the top of this, and then on this wall there'll be a sheet of I think I've bought 12mm ply to go over that. Yeah, I know it's a little bit heavier, but at the end of the day I didn't want anything to flex, move or be cheap. So everything is basically, I could have put 6mm ply and then put cladding over the top, or I could have just put cladding. I just wanted to make sure nothing squeaks and everything is solid. At least if I want to hang anything, if I buy a television, one of these little 12-volt tellies, I know there's going to be something there to hang to. If I want to put any pictures, anything like that, yeah, 9mm ply, it's perfect. So as you can see, there'll be another couple, probably another one there, and then one at the bottom, so I'll probably go there, one at the bottom, and it'll give me something to screw the ply to. I say this has been, as you can, I don't know if you can see, this has all been bonded as well. It's been pocket holed there, screwed in there, all glued on the edge, and then on the inside, yeah, where the centre of the actual 2x1 is, just there and there, I've marked the wall, and it's actually screwed from this side. So this I know that ain't going anywhere. That ain't going anywhere. So yep, I'll just crack on with this, and then I'll show you when I've finished. There you go then, guys. That's all the battens fitted. I'm just going to put the last piece of 9mm ply on. What I'll do, each of the battens I'll bond. Well, I'll put some of the fix-all on, and I'll bond everything into place there. There you go, guys. That's the show wall, all finished. All I've got to do now is put a panel over this side and then sort my seats out, and obviously the switches, which I've just got to wire them up. That'll be one for the extractor fan for the toilet, extractor fan for the shower, the lights for the shower, and then there's a spare switch for something else. I don't know what I'm going to use that for yet. I was going to put another spotlight up the top, but I don't think it'll bother. So there you go. All I've got to do now is just put a strip of wood along the front, so that the frame for the slider will mount on there, and then it'll be all done. Just fill the holes in on there, and then paint it all up. Well, fill the holes, sand it all down, and then paint it. Quite chuffed with that. Just got to put the one sheet of cladding up on the inside, and then just finish sealing around the edges, and then it'll be all done. Right, guys, if you've managed to stay to the end, and if there's anything on here that's interested you and you've gained a bit of knowledge from it, just hit that the little thumbs up and the like button. And if you want to catch up on any other videos, there's a whole series so far that I've done on the van. Just have a look at them. And if you'd like to subscribe, any other videos I'll do, hit the notification bell. You'll get a little icon, little notification come up, and anything else that I make, you'll get little notifications when I put one up. So if you've got any questions also, just drop them in the comments below and I'll answer you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching then, guys. I hope it's been beneficial to you, and I'll catch you all later. Cheers, bye.